That's Allah. Salt?
Lily Salt, yes.
Lily Salt, sorry.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, alhamdulillah.
Good. What's in your mind?
Chapter 19, verse 64. I want to
Okay.
show you who is the we.
Okay.
So go one verse before.
All right, I'm there.
Can you read it out loud, please?
Yes, it says, "We come not down." Well, I'm gonna read both the verses back to back. Okay, 63 and 64. So we can give context. He says, "That is paradise, which we shall give as an inheritance to those of our servants who are God fearing. We come not down, save at the commandment of your Lord. To him belongs all that is before us, and all that is behind us, and all between that."
Okay. So you're interested about the we in only descend by the command of your Lord. You're asking who it is, correct? Who is the we in here?
To me, yeah, sure. I mean, to me, it seems clear that Allah is the speaker. So, yeah. If you guys disagree, I would like to hear why.
I disagree, and I will provide the proof from the Quran. Can you go to chapter 97, verse 4?
Chapter 97, verse 4?
Yes.
I'll go there. Absolutely. I'll bring it up. I don't know how that helps this context, but
Okay, it's simple.
along.
It's simple. The action here regarding the we is those who descend by the command of your Lord. So your question is, who is the we who descends by the command of your Lord? The answer, I'll provide it from a verse in the Quran. Chapter 97, verse 4.
Okay. So in 97, verse 4, in it, the angels and the spirit descend by the leave of their Lord upon every command. Awesome. So the spirit and the angels descend at the command of their Lord upon by his permission, by his command. Okay. So that verse is pretty clear. The spirit and the angels come down at the command of their Lord. But my question is, when Allah is speaking, he says, he includes himself in this and says that he doesn't come down. We don't come down except at the command of your Lord.
Yes,
So-
because within the command, there is the majestic command that includes the we.
So Allah's part of that we, right? Because that's Allah speaking.
In the command, correct. All angels and forces act only by the permission of Allah.
Well, I don't know if you understand what I'm asking. When the speaker here is Allah. When he says we come not down, that's Allah speaking, right? Not the angels and the spirit. That's Allah speaking.
The we in the verse 1964, I just gave you the reference. It's the angels. But
So the angels are speaking.
the angels speak under the command of Allah.
Okay.
They don't speak of their own will. Angels are messengers.
Yeah. So these are not Allah's words. These are the angels' words.
It's Allah's words spoken by the angels.
I got it. So
The
then
thing-
Allah, so then Allah
as
is the
you can
speaker
see in
saying,
every
"Come down."
chapter of the Quran, it starts Bismi Allah, meaning in the name of Allah. So the agents are speaking. They're not speaking their own words. They're speaking the revelation given from Allah.
Okay. So when they speak the revelation given from Allah, that means it's not their words, it's Allah's words that they're conveying, right?
Correct.
So
And
Allah said, we come not down. The angels didn't say that. Allah said that. And the angels are just repeating what Allah said to Muhammad, right?
The angels are delivering the message. The we depends on each verse. Now you ask me who does the action of descending by the permission of the Lord Allah. I gave you the explicit answer from the Quran. The we in the Quran can refer also to Allah in other verses.
This is what I'm
Depends
saying.
on the action.
This is why this is still confusing, because you're not fixing the problem. You showed me another verse in a completely other context that deals with the spirit and the angels descending at the command of their Lord. This verse, you have Allah saying, we come down. We don't come down unless at the commandment of your Lord. So Allah includes himself. This isn't the angels and the spirit speaking, unless he would say they, like he said in verse 97. They don't come down except at the commandment of their Lord. But here he includes himself and says, we don't come down except at the commandment of your Lord. Sorry. So you see how it's completely different between what in chapter 97 and this verse.
Okay, so the we in that, okay, includes Allah and the angels. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Look at the difference, though. Your Lord. So your assumption that Allah has a Lord is wrong from the get-go because it's your.
I don't think so, because
even if
he's receiving,
like ignorantly, even if you think that means Allah alone is speaking, not through the agents that deliver the message, you're still wrong, because the word is your Lord. It's not my Lord.
I got you, but notice what it says. It says, we come not down, and you said this includes Allah and the angels. We come not down except at the commandment of your Lord. So Allah and the angels receive commandment from the Lord of these people. That's the problem. So Allah with the angels receives commandment from someone else. Somebody's commanding Allah to come down with the angels.
No, that's a false assumption, because
it's not my assumption. It says it. It says we don't come down except at the commandment of your Lord.
The we here includes both Allah and the angels. The command is from Allah. The angels are those who descend by the command of Allah. I provided to you an explicit verse that you cannot deny through the actions of descending by the permission of Allah. So now your false assumption is just you jumping, like, take what the Quran says. You ask a question, let the Quran answer it.
Well, yeah, let's try to break it down together. Does the we in verse 19, in chapter 19, verse 64, does the we receive commandment?
Does the we receive commandments? Okay, let's read it.
Okay. It says, we come not down except at the commandment of your Lord. So does the we receive commandment?
At the commandments of your Lord, yes. Yeah, well, I don't like the word receive. It's not there.
It is, but sister, come on. It says, we come not down except at the commandment of your Lord. So they're receiving a command. The only time they come down is when they receive the command to do so. Otherwise, they don't come down, right?
Correct.
So since the we includes
the we
Allah,
includes the command.
Yes.
And the angels who receive the command.
Exactly. So since the we includes Allah with the angels, that's who the we is, right? That's who the we are. I don't know if that was proper English, but you get what I'm saying. Allah with the angels, they're the we, and they receive commandment to come down. They do not come down unless they receive the command from your Lord. So that shows that there's an authority above Allah and the angels.
Prove it. That's an assumption. Prove it.
Prove it?
I'll prove you from the Quran that it's not true. There is no higher authority but Allah. And I will prove you that those who descend by the permission of Allah are angels. I just did prove that. Now I prove your assumption.
This isn't, sister, I'm telling you, I'm literally I don't have to assume anything. I'm literally reading the verse word for word off the page. If you receive, let me just ask you, if you receive a command from someone, if you don't do anything except by the command of someone else, that means that person is an authority over you, at least in that area, right?
Not necessarily. The we can include the commander and the commanded.
So if the we is also the commander, notice what it says about the we. The we do not come down except at the command of your Lord. So the commander and those who are commanded receive commands. The commander is receiving a command along with those who are subordinate to him. That means somebody else in this category is authoritative over this particular commander.
Okay, I see where you're going. Then that's a possibility you will have in your head. But then I close that possibility by giving you 97.4. Who are the one who descend by which command is by the command of Allah. And the angels are the one who descend, who do the actions of descending.
Sister, I want you to notice this. I am able to notice I can go with you, right? I acknowledge what 97 verse 4 says. You see what I'm saying? I'm not being dishonest here. I acknowledge it. That's exactly what it says, that the angels with the spirit come down at the command of their Lord. It says they come down at the command of their Lord, right? Now, here's the point. That verse, chapter 97, specifically is talking about the angels and the spirit. It doesn't add any other character there. Nobody else is added there. It's only talking about the angels and the spirit. However, when we come here to chapter 19, verse 64, Allah is included. So 97 has no bearing on chapter 19, this verse, because Allah is included here. Allah is the speaker. Now you said that also is with the spirit and the angels, so that's fine. So Allah, the spirit and the angels, if we harmonize it all, Allah, the spirit and the angels do not come down unless they receive commandment from the Lord, whoever that is.
Okay, how would you phrase it to include the command and those who do the action? How would you phrase it otherwise?
Right. So if I were to say it like this, if I were to say, Lily, so your name's Lily, right? Okay. So if I were to say, I do not come into Lily's house except by the command of Lily, right? I do not come into Lily's house except by the command of Lily. So I'm doing the action of coming into your house, right? But I do not do that action unless I receive the commandment from you, from Lily. Make sense? So that phrase...
But keep in mind that you're speaking on behalf of God.
No, I'm not speaking on behalf of anybody, because God is the one speaking here himself, right? He says we.
Through agents, through messengers.
I mean, but these are...
revelation from God, revealed via messengers we receive it, correct?
Sure. But Allah is the speaker here.
So, okay, so let's say you're a messenger of God, and your duty is to deliver the message given to you, and not take it as your own message. How would you phrase this verse to mean what it's supposed to mean?
Like where God is not part of those who receive commandment?
It's impossible. God is always part of the will of God, is always in it.
Yeah, but where God is not the one receiving commands, right? You're trying to say how can we word this to where it correctly separates God himself from the ones who receive the commands, who come down and receive the commands, right?
Yeah, for example, try it.
Okay. So
without excluding the will of God.
Yeah, if I were to word this, I would word it like how chapter 97 verse 4 words it. I would word it like that. The spirit and the angels do not come except by the command of their Lord. Or if I were to use the example I gave you, I would say Avery does not enter Lily's house except at the command of Lily, right?
You are the speaker. Keep in mind, you're delivering. Now this is active tense. You're delivering the message, because in 97:4 it's like passive tense in a sense. It's like,
what do you mean?
It's like third person. We're talking word, the verse in chapter 19, word it as if you're speaking to someone, you're delivering the message that is not yours, right? That is not like your own message. It's a message. You're an agent of God, and you want to deliver the message in active tense. Can you provide?
I would just say let's say the person, my friend, let's say that Sean is the one who sent me with the message. I would say Sean said, and then quote what he says. But instead of doing that here, and we notice Allah does this elsewhere in the Quran. He'll say he said, Pharaoh said, say this, right? When he wants Muhammad to say something of his own self, he says, say this, right? Say, cool, say. Here we don't have that. Allah is speaking of himself he's not telling anybody, he's not quoting anybody, he's not telling somebody to say this. He's speaking himself, saying we, me. He's including himself. If he did not want this confusion, then it would be similar to how chapter 97 says it. They, the spirit and the angels, come down at the command of their Lord. They do not come down. They don't come down except at the command of their Lord. Right? That'll fix the whole thing.
Yeah, with all due respect, you don't understand the way the Quran is written. There are certain parts that are narrations that will be written like they, right? But when it's a direct revelation to the Prophet Muhammad, now it's active tense, like the we that you have in there. And the we, knowing that there are messengers who do not speak of their own will, but only speak under the will of Allah, they cannot speak with I am the ones who descend by the permission of your Lord. Because in the I, they exclude the decree of Allah, the will of Allah. So by saying we, they do not act on themselves.
Gotcha.
That's the duty of the messengers.
In the previous verse here, it says, that is paradise which we shall give. Who's the we?
In this verse is Allah. Because
Not anybody
we know
else?
that the action, it's Al-Rahman specifically. We know that the action who follows.
Why is this only Allah when he says we here? You gotta be consistent, because you're confusing me now.
Because of the action that follows.
So?
The action is linked to the function of Allah. Certain actions are linked.
That's an assumption.
It's not an assumption. It's all over the Quran.
But yeah, all over the Quran, Allah's using we and including people.
I can show you the attribute of Allah who creates heavens and earth, who establishes it. That's
not
only Allah.
That's not what I'm asking. That's not dealing with the issue. You said earlier in the next verse, when Allah continues to speak, the we here includes him and the angels, but he's not receiving the command. That doesn't make sense when the same we is speaking and never stopped speaking. He's continuing his thought. We shall give paradise as an inheritance to those of our servants who are God-fearing. And he continues and says, we come not down except at the commandment of your Lord.
Yeah, so even if you connect these two verses, who served the servants are the one who descend by. It's like, I don't know if you do it in purpose, but the we in the Quran, you have to link it. You always have, there's a methodology to know who is the we belonging to based on the action that follows.
According to the Quran,
you do not assume unless you have another verse that tells you.
Do the words of the Quran belong to somebody other than Allah?
What?
Do the words of the Quran belong to someone other than Allah? Is somebody other than Allah speaking?
Yes, it's always a messenger speaking under the will of Allah.
Got it. So the Quran is not word for word the word of Allah. There's other people, other parties that have made up the Quran. Is that right?
No, none of it.
Do you hear my confusion? You're telling me that these are the words of somebody else, depending on the action that follows. But then you're saying that the Quran is only the words of Allah. Only Allah is the only speaker. Do you see how confusing that is?
It's not confusing.
You're double talking.
If you read the Quran.
I read the Quran.
And you know that the duty of a messenger is to deliver the message.
Yeah, I got you. So I appreciate you. You gave it a shot. I appreciate it. Okay, you take care of yourself.
Take care as well. Goodbye.
Right. The clear Quran, guys. This Quran is so clear about being unclear. I've never seen or involved myself with a book that is so clear about being unclear like the Quran. The Quran is so clear about being unclear. That might be the miracle. That might be it. That might be the miracle. It causes you to double talk. It causes you to contradict yourself. It causes you to really wish. I just know on the inside, these mu'minoons and mu'minunas, they wish Allah never said this. Man, Zidus Sapitas.